Thank you very much, the Youth Summit and the team, for a wonderful presentation. But before we get to the second part of our panel discussions, I would like to inform our guests on Zoom. The following panel will be in Khmer language. To hear the English translation, please click the button on the bottom of your screen labeled as Khmer. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to introduce the second part of the Youth Summit panel discussions with Oxfam supported youth environmental groups on the protection and management of natural resources and their contribution to climate change mitigation. Together with panelists from Oxfam, Mr. Sokna Paul, Natural Resources Management Program Coordinator, and Ms. Sansa, Impact SME Project Manager, on how they engage and support youth leaders and business sector to address climate change issues and promote green growth with sponsor Oxfam. Again, please welcome the Oxfam Youth Panel Moderator, Ms. Silvan.
Greetings everyone. Thank you to our discussion. To get started, again, thank you. I would like to introduce our guest speakers. We have Mr. Sophary. He is our facilitator of Oxfam in Cambodia. We have Sosan. She is a Impact SME project manager. Yes. And we also have the presence of our Sreymom. She is a manager in Cambodia, and we also have Mani as she is Sesan. She's in Sesan, and we have Sophary, Miss Sophary. She's a member, and she is from Kampong Chhnang. And at last, we have the presence of Mr. Somany, as he is the director of. And to get started, let's go to the first question. As Sokna, she's from Sokna. Can you share what opportunity that Oxfam has provided to youth in, contributing to climate change? Please go ahead. Thank you, Sokna. Thank you for the question. Thank you. Greetings to everyone. Resource management and climate change, it is related. And, in order to ensure the governing the climate change, we need, it's everyone's responsibility. We are an important group to contribute to ensure governing the natural. And Cambodia is a country, is a vulnerable country, and especially it is impacted from drought, from storm, from flood, and this climate change also and affecting this development. It affecting economic development, it's affecting environment. And to address this climate change, we cannot take off from the economic development. We are proud that our government has issued policies and regulations linked to adapting to climate change. And within that, we have strategies in 2020 and 2023, and we have a long-term view. We want to see Cambodia. We want to be Cambodia to be stable, and we want to address this climate change with gas emission, carbon dioxide, and also we want to be green in the future. And with that, in Cambodia's contribution, in order to implement according to the UN policies, we need the government a commitment to reduce the gas emissions, especially from industrialized, in example of factories, garment, transportation, and to reduce as much as possible. And youth responsibility is also to share their voice and opinion, and to also help to also commit to align with the government policies to respond to this climate change. Oxfam we are trying to empower and building capacity to youth so that they can participate in order to manage the natural resource and to monitor, to provide feedbacks to government, to relevant parties, um, especially with other stakeholders. We can do this. We can do this through a discussion that's initiated by Oxfam and our partners with our officers, from the government official, from researchers, from other NGOs to discuss, to raise their concerns and their perceptions and their feedbacks, linked to those policies or implementing those policies. And the youth, we also need to improve them. We also have train them to be aware of green energy and clean energy, and we also adapt the climate change issue so that they can be aware, and they can also have to promote. They can also have to help to promote or aware this climate change, and they can request to the government to propose a plan or any clean energy or renewable energy to the reduce on relying on unstable energy. Yeah, we also we have a training on how to use digital and technologies, technical, and so that they can use to raise their concern to the government, so that their voice and their feedback can be heard to those high level. And we also have trainings to use those tools and to how monitor the environment and the environment impact on the investment on other projects, and also to feedbacks to the government and to private sectors or any enterprise to reach a stable investment. As a whole, our Oxfam work is we are trying to complement and to align with our government to ensure the stable development and to be transparency as well. And we think that it's very valuable to listen to the youth and it's very valuable to listen to the concerns of the society that they have been impacted from climate change. I think that's it. Let's make it short. Thank you so much, Sagna. Thank you for your insightful answer. Let's go back to our youth. What's your role in preventing and monitoring and managing natural resources? And moreover, can you share what motivates you to do all of these activities? Sreymom, can you please help to share? I forgot to unmute. Greetings, His Excellency, Her Excellencies, and our esteemed guests. Thank you for the opportunity for this summit, CCCS 2021. And we know that relating to climate change issue, it is a global challenging. It is a global crisis as well. And inside of that, we, as a woman, as a youth, in this work, we have to participate in helping to manage, on natural resource. And I think it's relating to land management as well. And I think it's aligned in the right time with the development of the government. As we see, investment, local and international investments, mostly in the ethnic people, has a lot of trees and greenery, and we see that there's many impacts to of ethnic people's right. And coming back, we are working uh, and helping with the environment, and starting from planting trees. We are trying to reduce the consumption of plastic, and we are trying to do other some activities that we can do to address this climate change and to protect our earth layers, and to help to reduce the global drought out. And in this discussion, that's what I want to share, and I want to give back to our moderator. Thank you, Sreymom, for sharing your experience. So let me go to Mani, the same question. So what have you done to help to reduce this climate change issue? Okay, greetings, everyone. And my name is Mani. I am an indigenous people. I'm from Sesan River. And thank you so much for everyone who gives me the opportunity to join, to participate, and to share my opinion and my thought. The challenges that is happening in my community. On behalf of a youth leader and a woman as indigenous people in Soksan River, I have participated in uh, you know, uh, citizen associations, and I have also participated in the meetings to promote on fishery and clean environment as well. Um, and also with the target youth and people, and also I have uh, shared to other districts uh, district, and especially relating to clean energy. And I have talked about this topic with the clean energy to women, to other people that they are facing, they are impacting from climate change. And um, there are the meetings that I cannot share as our time is limited, relating to climate change. Let me connect to that. In my area, what I have observed is that they have built the dam, and so it affecting the like fish and natural vegetable that can grow along those areas that I have used to relied on, like fish that are now gone. They are gone. I have never seen like reel or other fish that I used to see before, but I cannot see them now anymore. And also um, with the vegetable at the forest that I used to go and get it from those forests, I can't get it anymore because there's because of the dried out, and also we have used pesticides as well. Maybe because of those pesticides and the dried out, that's why it destroys all of those vegetable. It's polluting from the environment as well. And I think first of all, I think if there's any year that it rains so much, then it'll be flooding. But if there is any year that is not so much raining, it will become dried out, and it will become a drought, and that hurts and impacting so many people, especially people living in those areas. People living in the along with the river, they are affecting from the flood. And relating to fish as well, I think because of the building of the dam, and I think because of the they're using shock, because uh, nowadays they are using new technique of fishing, of they're shocking the fish, so and then it kills all the fish. So so that's why it kills and destroyed all the fish, and uh, damages the natural resources. And the other factor that I want the government or private sectors to build those dams, or people who are in the society, I think I want them to be involved in this to be involved in this protecting the natural resources as well, so that our weather comes back to normal. And at last, I would like to request uh, to our government or private companies who are building dams or building whatever they are building that may impact. They have to study about the impact of the people as well after their new invention, because it is really important. It is really important. They need to also, involve and participating in protecting the natural resource, because not only us can protect, but you also can be part of it to protect. Otherwise, there will be global warming. This year in Ratnakiri, it's kind of hot, and it's hot, and I think a few days ago there's rain, so it's not stable as before. And one more, I want to request to our government um, and private sectors, to show to show their campaigns or solutions up, because when they develop something, they need to look at the negative side as well, the impacts after the development, and what is the solution from those negative impact, because every development there's always negative impact. But so I want them to think about those and then find the appropriate solution, that may impact those, especially with the dam. I don't want them, to be honest, because I have seen so many. I have experience when I do farming on my farm, or when I plant crops in my farm. I cannot get I cannot get I cannot get uh, the yield because of because of the water is flooding. And one more, I want the government and private sectors. I want them to have a policy to show, and I want them to have a policy to protect our environment. But yes, thank you. Thank you, Mani, for sharing. I want to hear from Sophary. So, as a youth, what's your role in protecting and resource management? Sophary, please go ahead. Greetings. My name is Sophary. I am a member. I'm from Kampong Chhnang province, and on behalf of me as a youth in Tonlé, I think that currently, protecting natural resources is very important, especially currently there are increases of decreases of natural resources, and there are a lot of changes, and those changes comes from human factor and climate change factor. Currently, we have seen that river are dried out, and then there are a lot of thunderstorm and thunder and storm and many flooding, and I think also it's relating to natural resources management as well, that affecting the livelihood of the people who are living along with the river. It's affecting the environment of Tonlé Sap River. I have participated in promoting and sharing the awareness on how to protect the natural resources and how to manage the natural resources, and also to help also participate in planning and natural resources management. And I also have participated in discussions on the policies, on making policies on how to manage fishery resources. And at last, I want to request to the government to pay more attention and to cooperate with stakeholders and private sectors, to take a look and to be more cautious and to promote on the use green energy, clean energy, and waste management, and to protect the fish as well, and also to develop on ecotourism, in order to promote the livelihood of the people, of the local people, and also to promote our Tonlé Sap River to be stable, and to stabilize our natural resources for the next generation as well. That's it from me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sophary. I can summarize that our youth, even if they are here or there, they are close or far, they can actively participate in finding solutions um, uh, to address this challenge. And so many, as a as a manager, what have you participated? What kind of activities that you have participated in addressing this climate change? So many, please go ahead. So many, hello. Greetings, everyone. Sorry, I was having a technical problem. For me, my name is Somany. I am glad to be part of this discussion. And on behalf of CPS, um, we have worked with the youth. We worked with many youth relating to climate change and environmental impact through uh, with combining networks and having networks, and we call it as a stable energy. And those youth networks, they are living amongst Tonlé Sap and Mekong River. They are also, some of them are also living in Phnom Penh, and we have worked with them. We have partnered with partnered NGO, with those NGO who are working with those youth and society, and those youth that we have worked with, both in the rural area and people in the city. And those network have play an important roles to increase their awareness on in the environment relating to climate change, greening energy resource and natural resource on Mekong River and Tonlé Sap River, that affecting their daily living and Cambodia and the neighboring country and the world as well. And also our main activity, secondly main activity from us, from our NGO, is that we are working to increase the understandings of the youth, and we are focusing on the youth. We increase the awareness and the understanding with the environment and the energy resources. As all of us, even if we are in the city or in the rural area, we are using energy. Especially people in the city, people in the city, they are using more energy, and those energies, some of them, it's impacting, also involving in part of those consumptions, those energy consumption, also participated in climate change as well, as it pollutes the environment. And we all need clean environment to live on this earth. So we see that the youth, as in Cambodia, we have many youth, and maybe the youth is 1/3 of the total population, and the youth also use a lot of energy as well. So the understanding of the youth is very important, uh, so that they can change their behavior on on the electronic devices, that it can consume more or less energy. That is leading to that's why our NGO have worked with the youth to increase their awareness and understanding, and they are also an agent to re-promote and to change the behavior of the other youth that we cannot reach them as well. They can reach amongst their network, and and it is to to supply the daily demand of the youth as well, and especially when they are relying on those energies. And through those campaign and promoting those awareness, we are making we are establishing materials and documents in order to promote and educate them and train them. And we have also training and sharing and analyzing on energy, clean energy or unclean energy, and which one is stable, which one is unstable, and through visitations as well. The visits, we are the one who initiate and partner with Oxfam and local NGO that we have made it to Bavet and Kampong Speu, that they have solar farm. And Kampong Spam, they have a solar farm. It is the biggest in anything. It has 80 megawatts, and the you know uh, energy from solar, we could say it's a clean energy that we take from the sun, it's not affecting an environment. And we have discussed so many we have so much discussion and with the youth, and to initiate to establish projects or programs to to promote more on solar farm, and as it is a clean energy. And also and other activities, we also trying to promote our business, our network, youth network, to be more active in their community, so that the other youth, so that they can understand, and the people they can understand the source of the energy and the impact of those energy consumption, so that they can understand it's the energy that they are using. It's either clean or unclean energy, and then we can compare our country consumption and our neighboring country consumption, so that we can reduce our consumption as much as we can, and so that the less they use, the less impacting the environment, and the less impacting their daily livelihood as well. And our NGO also work with our partner NGO, especially Oxfam. It is our essential partner NGO, and we are also working with private sectors who are working on energy, to discuss and to share on the energy source, and to increase the awareness and to work together as well. And the third activity from our organization is that we promote clean energy policy. We have solar and wind. In Cambodia, our government, they are promoting solar energy, and we are working on that more, so that we have more policies on solar promotion energy, and we can get wind energy as well. As Cambodia is also having a project that they are planning to do in Kampot province, that they are planning to do in Kampot province. And add on to that, we are creating platforms, discussions to discuss on policies, on energy policies, that we are inviting companies and societies to come together to discuss on, to promote or to establish uh, policies that we all can use clean energy, and it's not impacting the environment or the climate or ozone layer. So these are the activities that we have done so far in order to address and to protect climate change and the global warming. And also, we one more is that we have also shared the discussion on using electronic devices. We call it as that it consumes more energy, because when it consumes more energy and impacting the environment, as well as buildings, with glass buildings, and also with that our NGO, our organization's offices is built with the environment in heart, so that we always think about the environment, so that we can preserve the energy and impacting of the environment. Yes, and at the end, on behalf of our organization, that we are working with the environment and climate change, I would like to request to our development partners and NGOs to promote, and to support to to organizations that are working actively, uh, who are working actively on the environment, so that they can work more, so that they can promote, they can work more with the youth and the environment, and to promote the policies to promote better and cleaner energy, so that we can use any energy that does not impacting our environment. And also, I would like to request to our development partners and NGOs and government to produce materials and documents, and so that we can promote, and then we can use those materials and documents to train the society relating to climate change as well. So that's it. Thank you so many for sharing a lot of your experience. So last, I want to go to Sokhsan, uh, as you are representing Oxfam. So what are the activities from Oxfam to supporting, businesses to adapt this climate change? Thank you, Servan, for the question. To get started, greetings everyone, greetings His Excellencies and distinguished guests who are participating in this discussion. Well, actually, the participation of private sector is very important to decrease, to eliminate, or to decrease climate change. And the whole day discussion, everyone is trying hard, from those stakeholders, from NGOs, from chambers of commerce, from NGOs, from government. We are together, we are partnering together, we are participating together to, decrease on climate change, to address this climate change, to implement, to address this global crisis. So for Oxfam, what do we do to address this as well? So Oxfam, we have our own strategies as well. We have our private sector's engagement strategy, and in our projects, we are also, we are engaging environmental impact, that we think that these activities have participated to help with the government nationally contribution of Cambodia, and in order for us to show you exactly what Oxfam is doing, to highlight how do we help private sectors. First project that I will show you into Crazy, and this Crazy we are working to increase the livelihood of the farmers, resilient, climate resilient of the society, and the women empowerment as well. And this project we are partnering with IBES Rice that produce organic rice, that we are supporting business development service, that the company that they have used to train the farmers and the sales agent. And this topic, they have many topics including finance, marketing, but especially they have trained them on farming technical, and how to use technical machinery and tools, and to help them to grow their crops better. And this project, when we study, we have seen that the result, it it reduce have to reduce the cut down on tree, because farmers, they have found ways to for long term incomes, and besides, cutting trees to sell. And this is a short term income finding. And other villages also have shown their commitments, their farming practices as well, sustainable farming practices as well. This is the first project, and second project that I want to highlight is catfish project. That is, we are supported by European Union. We are supporting, we are participating Okra solar, that we are importing solar technology, like most brother Somany have mentioned. We are addressing these challenges when we are working with the companies, and the company have importing these technicals and technology to focus on the society who are along Tonlé, so that those societies, they can use those clean energy. We are making cooking appliance from solar, and we also have mechanical training and maintenance, and we also have stations for boat, because they are mobilized by the boat. So we are setting up this kind of project, and we have seen that these activities help to reduce their expenses using clean energy, and also to create jobs for them as well. And thirdly, it reduces the impact on their daily living on environment. And at last, our last project that I want to highlight is my own project, is we call it Impact SME. We are working with Platform Impact, that they are leading the discussion earlier. They are impact venture builder, and we are in this project. We support SME. They are small enterprises, and they are one of the small SMEs that they think about the impact on the environment, and they provide unique capacity building program, and we provide coaching, we provide consulting, so that they can investment ready business, and we're trying to increase their you know so we are now selecting SMEs. We are now on the stage of selecting SME to be part of this as well. So as a whole, I think in summary, these are the activities that Oxfam is doing to help private sectors, to help business owners to decrease, the impact, their business impact on the environment. And one more, we are welcoming. If you think, if you are interested, you want to be part with Oxfam, either it's a partner or SME in our training, you can contact us for more info. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much for your insightful highlights of your projects. We have seen that either Oxfam, CBS, or other youth networks from different regions, they have actively participating in finding solution to address this climate change issue. And I really appreciate all of you to actively participate in addressing this environment. And because our time is limited, I would like to close our discussion today, and thank you, the six of you, for your time and your presence to share good activities and to share good experience in this supporting environment. And I hope that those who are watching and listening, you have more understandings and you have learned something new. And I hope the discussion could be an encouragement for you to find more to understand more to so that you can be more actively addressing climate change issue. So let me disclose discussion now.
Thank you so much, Oxfam, for an interesting panel discussion.